Somebody sent me a couple videos. All right, so today's episode, the channel is called Plumbing and Shit. That's what we call it. We installed this new slop sink. There was an old cement version of the slop sink in here. We had to retrofit things. Had a big mess here that we had to clean up. Basically had this situated up here somehow, something like that. So we cut those old valves out, cut the old copper out, came in, couplings, teed it, new shutoff valves. Doesn't look pretty, but it's much better than it was. We didn't really have room to put in an actual laundry box here, and the drain is draining right into the slop sink. That's the way they had it. That's the way they want it, because it would have been too much of an issue to kind of come here and tie it into this. We could have came in and tied it into that, but we did not. So, well, we got the new slop sink in. It's actually a pretty cool slop sink faucet. The spray, it's a pretty nice feature. I think that was about 40 bucks at Home Depot. Down here, we got a little bit of a mess down here, but we made it work as best as possible. Came across with those copper lines, secured it to the wall, into that wood. Not sure how well we could see here. Okay, we use shark bites on this. Made it a little easier. Not that we couldn't have sweated copper valves in there, but quick turn, 20-inch supply lines. Got the drain coming down here, connects halfway into that. Got our trap glued in portion. Put in a clean out Y here, so that way they could snake this line out in case they get lint or stuff trapped in there. And we went into the old vent stack here with a male adapter, glued it in place. Got my connections here, my lines drawn on where I wanted it to be after I dry fitted it, and we're good to go. Taking the old section out was a little bit of a challenge. They had a cast section here, but I couldn't break it off on this section here. It just would not unscrew. So when we started unscrewing, came out here. Luckily, we didn't break this fitting, or else we would have had a longer day. And we put it all back in PVC. So that's that. They got a lint trap here. Pretty neat device. So that way when the washer dumps out its water, the lint gets trapped there instead of in the pipe. And put that clean out there, so that way when it does get clogged up, it makes it a little bit easier to clean out the pipe. All right, so that's that. This thing drains a little bit slow because this is a wet vent. That's a vent stack there. I think one is an actual drain, the other's a vent. So I think we're plumbing right into the vent line. There's no vent behind it, so it drains a little slow once it gets filled. I could put an air admittance valve in here, which we may do. We may still be able to put that on this Y connection here, get a threaded air admittance valve. But I think if we did that, we might be asking for trouble because it won't sit. It'll sit at an angle, which is not how it's supposed to sit. So, but it's as good as it's going to get here. Took some Tapcons, drilled it, and screwed this to the wall so it doesn't come off the wall. Floor is a little cockeyed, so it's kind of, it's not 100% level. But that's it. That's as good as it's going to get for this neighborhood. That's the washing machine. She hasn't drained yet. And we'll see you on the next one. I'll put together a video of what it looked like before from some prior videos that Mr. Tong took of this and give you a before and after. See you on the next one.
All right, Mr. Leto. I'd like you to see my humble abode. As you can see, I've been busy. I had to get rid of all this water. Still got some water inside here. Got most of the water outside of this side. This is the faucet. I'm going to definitely have to replace that if we can. This is the existing. These are the, hot and cold. This is the one that goes into my washing machine. And then here is the bottom. Not sure if you can see it, but we have the cracks. We could do the epoxy, bro, but I just think that if we just knock this whole thing out, it was made in Tenafly, could make my life a lot easier, but you let me know what you think is best. All right. Hopefully that's enough. See ya.